serve has just been so effective so many times when he's needed the point. He's just come up with an unreturnable or an ace. He was able to do that in the semifinal match against Peter Korda. Was in some trouble. Said he didn't play very well. Turned it on with his serve.
We have a double championship point right here for Pete Sampras. And Pete Sampras gets his second title of 1993 and the 14th of his career here at the Lipton.
This is by far the best he's ever done here at Lipton. In 5 appearances, never gotten past the quarterfinals. Lost to Michael Chang last year, the eventual winner. Really wanted to win this one, even though it's not a Grand Slam. Everyone knows it's the 5th largest and a very important event.
It's been a tough 10 days for Pete Sampras. In fact, everybody playing in this tournament because of the weather and the court conditions that were really terrible at a certain time during the week here, but they have made their way through it all, and finally, when all is said and done, it's this man that won the title. Congratulations. He played an outstanding match today.
And stay with us. We will be back with the award ceremony and a word from our winner right after this break. 9th Lipton Championship. Pete Sampras is our winner in straight set 6-3, 6-2. And now let's go down to Pam Shriver, who's with Sampras.
Thank you, Julie. Congratulations, Pete. At the start of the match, some problems on your serve, got down some break points, and then you went on a tear. What happened?
I just felt maybe I was going for a little bit too much on my first serve. I was really trying to hit it a little bit too hard, and as a result, I was missing a lot of them. And you know, in the second set, I was sitting about about 90 miles an hour, 110 miles an hour, and you know, it wasn't a very well played match, I don't think, by either one of us, but I got through it okay.
You did get through it okay, but we noticed a little bit of limping going on, chronic shin splints. Give us an update there.
They're just not good. You know, ever since I played, I think it was Krychek, you know, and I played court yesterday, it's not getting any better. And each day I'm on this hard court, it's just getting a little bit more sore and sore. And it really hurts when I serve. You know, when I land on my left foot, you know, it's pretty aching. I mean, it's one of those aching pains that really doesn't go away. So, you know, I got a couple weeks off. Then I go over to Asia, and I think I should be okay.
Is this an area where the best 14 on the ATP Tour hurts? In other words, you feel like you have to play more than you'd want to?
Not really. I mean, when I was, you know, 17, 18, when I started playing on the tour, I played about 20 tournaments a year, and I'm still playing the same amount. You know, just my shins have, you know, been bothering me for the last couple of years. It's something that just hasn't gone away. I don't think it's has any fault with the ATP or anything like that. It's just, you know, I just have bad feet.
Okay, one last quick question. To get to number 1, what do you have to do?
Well, I'm going to have to stay, you know, pretty fit. I can't, you know, get injured like I had been in the past. You know, Jim's, I think, has a pretty good lead on me, and, you know, I'll just take it one day at a time and hope to do it.
Thanks very much, Pete. Julie?
Well, again, our congratulations to Pete Sampras, who played outstanding tennis all week. And we'll be back to the Lipton Championships and a word with Malavia, Washington, after this word from our ABC stations. Welcome back. Pete Sampras is our champion at the Lipton in straight sets, 6-3, 6-2. And Del Ballard Jr. is the only champion the Long Island Open has ever known. He'll be challenged by the world's top bowlers Saturday at 3, 2 Central on ABC's Professional Bowlers Tour. And now let's go down to courtside, where Pam Shriver is with Malavia, Washington.
Well, Malavia, bad luck today. It was a tough schedule for you. Did the night matches the last couple of nights bother you?
Well, I think it would have been nice to get a little more sleep. 2 nights ago, I think I got to bed about 3 in the morning, and last night about 1 in the morning. And I mean, when I woke up this morning, I didn't feel the best. But once I got out and warmed up this morning, I started feeling a lot better. So I don't think it had too much effect on me.
You've been hovering in the rankings around the top 15 for about 6 months now. What do you think you need to do to get yourself into the top 10 and move towards those top couple spots?
Well, I think I've always said, I had a good year last year, but I needed, a big result. I needed to do well in the big tournaments like the Liptons or the Indian Wells, now I'm just hoping to do well in the Grand Slams. I think, if I can do that, then, I'll move up into the top 10.
Is that your goal for the year, to be in the top 10 or do well in the Grand Slams?
Definitely to do well in the Grand Slams. I've never been in the top 10. I think I'll move up, get a little closer to that after this tournament. But that's definitely one of the goals. And then from there, just keep moving.
Well, congratulations on a great week, Malavia. Thanks.
A terrific tournament here at the Lipton for Malavia, Washington. As a result of his finish, he'll be in the top 15 when the rankings come out tomorrow. And we'll have more from Key Biscayne after this. Back to the Lipton Championship Saturday, ABC Sports begins live coverage of golf's first major championship of '93. Defending champion and LPGA Player of the Year, Dottie Muckrey, will lead the field in the Nabisco Dinah Shore. Action begins at 4:30, 3:30 Central, Saturday on ABC.
Julie, this man just played terrific tennis today. One of the important statistics, as far as I'm concerned, he was down 8 break points, and every time he turned it on. When he plays well, and today was not his best match by a long way, it's a case of just too much game, and that's really how it turned out today. He is so talented, and he won it relatively easily today against Malavia, Washington in straight sets.
And a very successful day for Pete Sampras in his office, taking home almost $209,000, and that'll move him up to about third position in the money list for this year. He'll also collect 280 points, which will just further distance him in the rankings away from Stefan Edberg, who is number 3. And Malavia, Washington will take home a nice check of $110,000, giving himself a very, very good start to this 1993 season. His goal is to make it into that top 10, and he's well on his way.
Well, Pete Sampras made it look easy here today at the Lipton Championships, and we'll wrap up our coverage when we come back. Lipton, Pete Sampras takes it 6-3, 6-2. And this tournament has had its share of problems, but the future of this championship looks very bright, doesn't it, Cliff?
Had terrible bad luck, really, Julie, hasn't it? But construction of the new tennis facility was started the day after last year's event, and it was supposed to be completed for this year's event. Things have changed. Lawsuits developed. Construction was stopped. But the suits have been resolved now, and about 2 months ago, construction was underway again. It's going to make a world of difference to this event, in my opinion. Hurricane Andrew hit this island pretty hard. But as you can see, construction is underway again. And when you take a look at the whole area now, it has come back with a vengeance. And I'm so happy for this championship, for Dade County, after all of the weather problems that this tournament has had. It ended up on such a great note on weather-wise, a very good weekend. Remember Flinders Park in Melbourne, it really turned the Australian Grand Slam tournament around, and it's my view that these Miami fans will respond to this new stadium. Incidentally, the USTA Player Development Program will headquarter in the stadium complex as well.
And once again, the winner of today's match, number 2 in the world, Pete Sampras. The executive producer of ABC Sports is Jack O'Hara. Today's tennis was produced by Brian Williams. Directed by Doug Wilson. Our technical director, Bruce Nemeth. ABC liaison to the producer, Tony Tortorisi. Associate Director Sarah Harrison. Our feature producer Steve Turnberger. And our operations manager Gary Critchlow. Well, it's been a wonderful way to spend a Sunday afternoon. Championship tennis from Key Biscayne. For Cliff Drysdale, Betsy Nagelson, Pam Shriver, I'm Julie Moran.